Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Thank you guys for your patience. Sorry, I was had a little delay. That's totally my fault. Work has been killing me all week, but thank you guys for joining us today. I had a really good episode. I think it was 2 weeks ago with Chris from Ultimate Source, and I told you I had another banger for you. I told you I would. And this man, we actually met through mutual friends, through boot camp on a one crazy stream one night, and we have been friends ever since. And all of a sudden, I've been watching this man tearing up the KI Combo Clash tour, and he is up there, and he is a force to be can't even speak right now. Force to be reckoned with. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I'd like you guys to welcome Absoluexero. Thank you for joining me today. Probably one of the best Hisako players on the planet right now. Absolute, how are you doing, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful, Virus. Thanks for having me on here. It's really awesome to kind of be a part of something like this.
Yeah, no problem, man. I know I'm a short time, but hopefully I'll be big time like you one day. I
Oh,
mean, come on, dude. Inside top 32 for KI World Cup. We'll get into that in just like towards like the end. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
oh please.
So pretty much how I mean you also you're not only a soccer player, but you also play different characters and
Yes.
whatnot.
hmm
When did this fighting game genre take over for you? Like, how did this all start for you?
Okay,
Take
so
take me back.
okay, I'm taking you back. My first fighting game, funny enough, was what do you think? Killer Instinct on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. I didn't know personally what it was, like what it was, like what the deal about it was or anything. My I think my parents actually got more for like my brother, who was a little bit older than me, and I was like 6 at the time. I just was really the idea of, oh hey, there's this ninja man punching a dinosaur
Yeah.
with rock music playing in the background. Like, wait, and everything is so loud and the announcer is hype. Like this game is freaking awesome. That's kind of what my first foray was like. So I just seen really cool stuff and seeing I couldn't do them back in the day, of course, but like even just seeing the computer do really cool combos, that was just immediately hooked me. I'm like, this is so cool to look at. I want to learn how to eventually do it.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, that was my first ever foray into even touching a fighting game at all.
Like, did you ever think that most importantly, I know that you're in I think it's Pennsylvania. Am I correct?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. I don't know what the fighting game scene in your area. I know like in some areas, it's kind of booming, but where you're at, you're literally it. So it's kind of like one of those stories right now, like right now we have to rely on online and stuff like that. But it's just amazing. It just really amazes me that I haven't heard. I never heard about you until we went to Jacob boot camp, and all of a sudden you're right there with the top players right now. But
Yeah, sure.
we'll get into the boot camp later
Oh,
on. That boot camp was really funny.
oh, it was great. It was so funny. I
Yeah.
loved it.
Um. So, did you ever imagine, like, just an individual, just like yourself, like like you don't really, haven't really like gone to like any tournaments, like outside in your own little bubble because well, right now we're starting to get into coming back to fighting game tournaments, I mean, CEO is gonna be like our test dummy right
Yes.
now.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, all we have been doing is just been playing from home.
Yes.
So, um,
Mm-hmm.
did you ever go to fighting game tournaments when you were growing up or anything like that? Like, did you ever thought about taking it seriously?
The only time, the only time, no, because for a few reasons. One, I'm not, I'm in the middle of PA. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a city, but there's definitely the closest place that would even have a kind of community of any kind. I feel like would be like an hour away, which isn't really far, but
Yeah.
there's even out of all my friends growing up, I was really the only one who was the fighting game like lover, like
Yeah.
enthusiast. And in that regard, I had a hard time playing like anyone. And they, of course they would play with me, but I was just always, because I played them more, I ended up being good. And I would always like stomp them and like if you're the best out of your friends, there's always someone who's there's always someone more. But
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know they existed because of my area. There was just nothing. I didn't even have any like real arcades. I had arcades, but nothing like Street Fighter 2 cabs. There's a Tekken 3 cab over there.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. So it was really hard. I growing up, all the fighting games I would play, that I would buy, my opponent was just a computer, and I wanted to learn how to really do really really cool stuff, or do the single player modes, or what have you. I remember going endlessly against the hardest difficulty in Soul Calibur 2 for the GameCube. I'd be playing as Link, and I would just watch and try and parry. Funny enough, as much much of the stuff as I could, and seeing all that cool stuff happen, it was just like this is why I love it. But none of my other friends really it got them as much as it did to me. So
Mm.
I was really the only one who, like in my area, as far as I know, that had that much of of a passion for that genre. Funny enough,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
But
but since it's at like what, I guess there weren't any like locals, like you literally had to travel. Like, have you been to a local tournament before?
no, I have never. I have only ever played online. That's it.
Wow.
I am a
Jesus.
strictly online warrior. Uh, okay, hang on. I lied. When I was in college years ago, there was Street Fighter 5 just came out,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a very small like this company brought in a whole bunch of consoles and stuff like that. And it was not there was only one console that had Street Fighter 5 on it. Everything else is all Madden,
Oh
uh,
yeah.
yeah, like stuff like that. There were a few that had like Injustice and I think a few other random ones, but they were the least populated ones. So like I think I ended up getting like second in the tournament out of like 8 maybe or something like that. But yeah, but as far as any kind of real tournament, like no, I have not been to anything. Back when KI was in its absolute peak, when when it was on the main stage of Evo and stuff like that,
Yeah.
I always wanted to say I always said, man, I would love to go out there, one time and actually compete. But I just always felt that it's an experience thing for sure. But from a player perspective, I just like, man, I am nowhere near where I need to be to even remotely come close to just competing at that high level. And I always did want to make it a goal eventually to go. I kind of always thought for the longest time that KI would always be at Evo,
Yeah.
and that would be the one thing that I would be partially good at.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
but hey,
there's other
things are coming
games.
out now.
There,
Oh yeah,
there's other games that are actually at Evo and stuff like that. So I mean, but Ki will probably never be. I don't know. Don't quote me on this. It's not part of the main lineup as we know. I think like the last time it ran was what 2017, but they only showed what top four
So it was
yeah,
something along those lines.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of dumb, but as I remember, I think it was Nikki and Sleep that went at it, and Nikki finally took it.
Yeah, that does sound familiar.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, yeah.
but I remember going in 2016, and I had a blast, and
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
almost made it out of my pool, almost did, but then I bumped into a Gargos, and I didn't know how to fucking fight that character, so
Yeah, back in the day, no one really understood how
yeah,
to properly fight those kinds of characters because he was part of the last people to or the last group to come out, so he
yeah.
had the most stuff going on at the time
I
in a
think
way.
I think we had like 2 weeks to learn all of his stuff at the
Was
time.
that it?
Yeah,
Was that it?
we only had two
Wow,
weeks. It
man.
it was a nightmare.
And because if it really was only 2 weeks, then that was an unpatched Gargos.
Yes.
So he had even more. I'm sure he had much higher damage than normal, or what he does now. I can't. I don't really remember what it was like back then, but yeah. So pre-patched Gargos, 2 weeks to learn that. Have fun.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do, but it was funny though because I was in losers. I had to beat him and then whoever and if I beat the 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 random, I don't know who this guy was
Hmm.
cuz Augie, he's from Japan. He took me out first round. That was my first opponent.
Okay. Okay.
And then, I was tied 1-1 with him and then he started doing the arbiter um unbreakable on me during the last set. And I'm like,
Okay.
okay, bringing out the dirty shit I see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But one, at 2-1, I couldn't. I mean, yeah, 2-1. I couldn't ask for anything better. It was fun playing with Augie. I kind of want my run back.
Of
But
course.
and then I was flying. Well, my next one was a random Shago player. You know how that can
Oh.
go.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I
Absolutely.
barely won that, and then after that, I kind of flew until I bumped into that player, and then he pit thunder, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna do standing roundhouse and throw
Yeah.
fireballs at you. Then he
Mm-hmm.
pits
Yep.
Gargos, and then like I kind of looked at the TO. I go, is this legal?
Oh. Yeah.
Because
And
I didn't know. But
yeah. Yeah.
our
And,
good.
and
Go ahead.
even nowadays that Jago versus or that matchup is ass. Let alone what it was even more back in the day.
Yeah, I I
Jeez.
I I looked at Grant, our good buddy Grant, T Swag, Sadir
Yes.
player back in the day.
Yes.
I looked out
Hmm.
because he was my TL. I go, Grant, is this allowed? And he goes, I hate to say it, yes it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Man.
because if I would won that match, I would play Coach Steve, and
Okay.
he was General Ram. I
Yes.
would have
Yep.
whooped him.
Oh yeah.
I would have whooped Steve and got out of my pool, but Coach Steve ended up beating that guy
Mm.
somehow, some way, and then
Wow.
Coach
With
Steve made it out of his pool.
wow. With Rom.
Yes,
Well. Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow. That's wild. Okay.
yeah,
Before man, that must have been before kind of people really understood. When I first saw Rom or played him for a little bit, I thought he was bad. I,
yeah,
I I thought he was bad. No,
no,
I just thought he lost hard to so many different characters. It's just like no, not at all, not
no.
at all.
It
He's a good character.
Yeah. If he touches you and you make a mistake, you're dead.
Yes,
I, I
yes,
I I've learned
and
it the hard way.
oh yes, we all have a lot of
Hmm.
us. And the funny thing is, just about Rom, and one of the things that makes him one of the scariest grapplers ever is this, and with Killer Instinct systems That's the thing. In another game, yeah, he'd still be good, but because it's KI, it's all about the potential damage.
Yeah.
That is what. So I mean, if you can keep on taking those grabs, but then that potential damage will slowly be creeping up on you, and then, oh, if the one time you did decide not to jump, oh, you better break your one manual, and then you're getting, and if you don't, you're eating 50% damage
Or more.
or more. Yeah, let alone instinct. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was.
That's why I always thought that Ram was one of the scariest grapplers ever, just because of the context of the game that he's in.
Yeah.
Like it's so rough.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I thought people were calling me crazy. It's like he's too slow. I go, wait till he touches you.
Yeah,
Just
I,
wait.
I I mean that's any grappler. You gotta get in. Like look at Geef and 5. You know,
Yeah, that's
like
true.
he's pretty slow in that, but once he gets in,
Yeah, it's pretty much over and done with. Um,
any grappler really.
so pretty much I kind of want to talk about not this past KI World Cup. I want to talk about the combo clash that we were in. I think this one happened a couple of months ago. The
Yes.
the big one where we had to
Hmm.
wait 45 minutes per
Oh
match.
man. Yes. Yes.
Your bracket wasn't easy.
Oh. Uh, Let me think here. My biggest obstacle was Latalis.
Yeah.
Yep. That was my biggest obstacle. I've ran into him multiple times. He has been in my path multiple times, and all of the characters that he plays competitively, obviously the Aganos, the Tusk and the Rom, he's definitely figured out a science to stopping the smelly lady.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mostly,
he's playing the big boys.
yes, yes. And for the longest time, I was just getting so unbelievably frustrated, and uh, eventually, I'm trying to think here. He was discovering. Hang on here. The thing that he was doing the most was whenever I run into him, he picked Tusk immediately and would just spam Skull Splitter over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Very little recovery. I mean, there is recovery, but there's not a whole lot that Hisako can do. And he was just spamming over and over and over and over. And on top of him being good with the character as it was, he was just gatekeeping me so hard. And then during that combo clash, it was I managed to just completely. I tried to lab out a few things with that, and I am not a labbing person at all. I never have been. I could be a much better player if I actually lab stuff out, but uh, I kind of figure out a few tricks, and it ended up paying off in the end. I beat him. I'm trying to think. I can't remember. I can't remember if he went Tusk just once, and then he went Aganos twice. I think that's what ended up happening.
Okay.
Uh, I I, uh, I hit him with the Twitter clip, the uh, the 71% damage.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly what I did. Because I know I always learned that he always liked to break lights and liked to break heavies. He wouldn't break mediums that much, funny enough.
Hmm. That's
But
interesting.
yeah. So I'm like, you know what, this is a huge, unbelievable risk, but I decided to take it for that one when he went for as God, I can't talk. When he was playing as Tusk, got it. Hit him with the 71%. Uh, got down to one more command grab or anything away from death. I baited something out and then took it. I'm like, all right, that was the big thing for me personally. And then he went Aganos both times. I can't remember what the final score was at the time, but I did end up taking it, and I was beyond ecstatic because I was trying for so hard or so long to get into any top eight. I was being cock blocked by the same heavy hitters over and over again.
you,
It was just wild.
you,
And even me just getting in it, I was in the winner's side, I believe.
yeah, you
Yeah,
were.
yeah, I was the winner's side. So after that, I went up with, in my personal opinion, the best Arbiter player in the world, Delta Rayquaza,
Mm-hmm.
and a good friend of mine as well.
Yeah, we all
Uh,
know Delta.
we all know Delta, the grenade master himself.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we were that was a those were really close games. It ended up being 3-2, with both of us on our last life bar in in the last round. And for those of you who don't know, Delta is from Ireland,
Yep.
and so there is a bit of a difference, or distance, excuse me. And on my end, I pop instinct. I could hear Hisako scream her thing, but no instinct came out.
Oh no.
I'm like, wait, what? No, no, what's going on here? And then I can't remember. I think I got hit with something instead, like just like a poke.
Mm.
And then I tried to dash, like activate it again, but then Delta did the overhead slash, which there was it skipped a few frames, and I wasn't able to
React to
to
it.
to react to it, and then it was just like, oh no, and that was the beginning of the end. I'm like, oh man, and I couldn't be really mad because it was 2-3 in the last round. We both did our thing.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know, that was that.
Delta's really scary. I mean,
He,
especially a guy who's from Ireland. I didn't think Irish play Ki,
he's one of
being
the few.
yeah, and being like that kind of a player. I mean, come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Arguably one of the best Europe players. Yep.
yeah. Um, since we're talking about your demons,
Mm.
there's
Oh,
there's one individual that I kind of do want to talk about.
all right, hit me.
Because me and you, we've been talking about this man for like a good while,
Oh yeah.
and it's our good old buddy Base,
Oh yes.
and already
Euro base.
qualified,
Oh yes.
already qualified. He's been your demon for like a good while.
For the longest time, and actually, this kind of leads me up to another kind of a good segue.
Mm-hmm.
He, uh, I have a. This is a personal problem with me. Um, I get really frustrated against characters that I feel like you truly can't lab against. Now that you can lab certain things for sure, but he would always go eagle against me,
Yeah,
and it is literally guess low or high in the corner. Well, now you can shadow through the bird when he locks you down. You can do a few things, but there are just some things where you literally cannot do anything at all. You just
exactly.
have to guess. And that was really be that was really wearing down on my mental fortitude. I was just getting so mad and I just didn't know what to do. And I think it was earlier in the year, maybe around March or so, I can't remember. But it got to the point where, because I ran to him like 2 or 3 times per tournament,
Mm-hmm.
or not, I mean last couple tournaments, and he would always be the one to knock me down. It made me stop playing in tournaments for like a month or two. I was just so like
I keep
mentally defeated.
Yeah,
Like,
like I keep bumping into this man.
yes, yeah, and yeah, and then funny enough, the same situation happened twice. Base knocked me out of winners, and then Taizo, one of the best Cinder players out there, our
Yeah.
resident Canadian KI
Yep.
player, he would be in losers to kick me out as well. So one tournament base then Taizo, next tournament base then Taizo again.
Yeah.
And that was just like, I need to figure something out.
Yeah.
I need to get more better with my pocket characters to deal uh with Eagle and Cinder shenanigans, and funny enough, that's kind of what led me to pick up Arbiter more.
Yeah.
I played him a little bit, but being such like good friends with Delta, I'm like, you know what? Delta inspires me to slam as many grenades in my face as I possibly can,
Yeah.
and and it works. It works. Uh,
our good old little fur ball.
our level little furry friend.
Yeah.
Yes. And funny enough, that really did help out in a lot of situations. And uh, it kind of like, you know what? After a few months, like, or like a month or two, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm okay now. And
Hmm.
I still wasn't uh performing as well as I could, but I still wasn't in that like funk anymore, mostly
Yeah.
because I wasn't running into base anymore. Even up against the other uh god players, I can't remember, like Duel for one. He's been gaping me
Yeah.
gatekeeping me a lot with just Duel or Con Ra, one of the best. Duel is one of the best Con Ra players in the world. So let alone
Yeah.
a really good player with a character that really counter. I don't think he counters Hisako, but he stops Hisako from doing things that she wants to do.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
like yeah.
It's just one of those things. Like, and plus, like, Duel, like one of the best Colorado players in the world. He was also a Omen player,
Yes,
and
he is a very very
a
good Omen player.
very good Omen player. Because I remember
Hmm.
watching him, like a couple years back, when I think it was those. I keep forgetting those online tournaments. They had literally happened every month. He was in top eight every fucking time.
Was he? Okay.
So, and I think he won. I think he. I think he won one of those tournaments, I believe, and then like they have the big grand finale for top 16 or something like that towards the end
Okay.
of the year. Um, yeah, so yeah, base. Like he's gonna be in at KI World Cup.
Yes, he
Another
is.
really good player. He's always there.
Hmm.
Um, Pretty much always in top eight every freaking tournament I see him in. Every
Hmm.
single time.
That's right. Deservedly so.
Yeah, I mean like that.
Deservedly so. He and Base has never picked. No, no, he can play. He can play them, but he has never been one to pick the quote high tier characters.
No,
He can play Arya extremely well. His Arya is nasty,
I've seen it.
but yes, but he doesn't play them. He plays Eagle, plays Cinder, and plays the Bone Man,
Yeah,
arguably one of the worst characters in the game, but it doesn't matter.
but he'll make it work.
He'll make it work, and he's built empires off of his corner game.
Yeah,
We've seen him in past Evos.
yeah. I I dealt with it at Evo. We were playing casuals because we had
Right.
like 20 minutes before we started, and it's not fun. It's not fun. Like in
No,
person, like in online, you're just like, oh, it's online, but in person, it
a different thing, and that's something
it hurts.
yeah, and that's something I do wanna freaking feel. Like one of these times, I wanna see. I want to know that feeling of getting ass beaten or beaten ass and just looking that player in the eye. Like I want to see the despair in their eyes, or see them look at the fear in mine. That what I would love to see that, or one of these times, and even just meeting up with potential, or meeting up with people I've been talking to for forever.
Yeah,
Like, or and that kind of leads me to another topic.
yeah. Go ahead.
Uh,
This,
yeah.
this is your time,
Yeah.
by all means.
Um, this we kind of all have known this in a way, but the pandemic was the best thing to happen to KI in a way.
Yeah, God, I cannot agree with you more.
Yes, like such an amazing game that was it was still popular for sure, but it was definitely dying. Not dying. It was losing popularity
Yeah.
because it's a third. It came out in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2018, 19. I was still playing it religiously, of
Yeah.
course, but it's just still not as quite as many people. And then the world ended, and we are trying to us jaded fighting game players want that good connection.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, Lord Keats blessed us with this amazing game called Killer Instinct that has still to this day arguably the best online netcode.
Actually,
And
I'm gonna correct you on that one. Keys improved on the netcode, but Double Helix gave us a way better netcode.
fair enough, fair enough. Yeah. That's good
Okay.
correction. No, no,
Okay.
Double Helix laid out the groundwork. I'm
Yeah.
just thinking of with
It's
Keats and everything. But
okay.
yeah, no, yeah,
Continue.
no, for sure. Yeah. I still always to this day see some bull crap happen, blame Keats, even though
Yes.
not really. It's the Harada situation. Email Harada
Yeah.
when you
Which
see some bull crap happen in Tekken. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
I remember those, and then I
Yes.
think that's the reason why he came out with that
Don't
T-shirt.
ask me for shit. Yeah.
Yes.
Don't ask me for shit.
Oh god, I need
God,
to get
God
that.
is awesome.
I need to get that T-shirt.
It's a really good shirt.
Yeah.
But okay, so back to it, and uh, I kind of thought because more and more people were playing, I was getting a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, you know what? I want to start actually entering in these tournaments because they were free to enter.
Yeah.
What is there possibly to lose?
Nothing.
I think the very first thing I entered was with the Ronin Rumble for KI.
Oh, I
It was like
remember that.
it was the I think it was the only Ronin Rumble that had KI in it. It was always like Grand Blue.
Yeah.
That was when back when it was run by Jeff the Hero when that was still
Yes.
going on. And I think I ended up doing okay. I was pretty happy. I don't think I was murdered by anyone like Nikki or Base or anything like that because I think it was so small. But either way, I was happy with what I did,
Mm-hmm.
and like you know what, I'm liking this. Like this is really cool. Be, being in a tournament setting really helps me get better as a player. And then the second thing that happened, or the second tournament I entered, or yeah, that entered, was the Yo Video Games Killer Instinct tournament.
Oh, I remember that.
Yes.
I remember
Uh,
that one.
there weren't too many people in there, but there were enough.
Mm-hmm.
But yours truly ended up making up all the way to grand finals against
Yep.
Wheels.
Yep.
That was on stream.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I made it all the way up to winners. Winners finals. Wheels knocked me out. I uh, I made it to. I beat. I can't remember who I fought in losers, but and then I made it back to grand finals. I wanted revenge,
Mm-hmm.
and it obviously didn't happen. But I'm shaking the entire time
Oh yeah,
because
because you're in
I'm
grand finals.
I'm going up against I'm in grand finals and I'm up against a god.
Yeah, literally.
Like yes, and that is the I was at the peak of KI
Mm-hmm.
or yeah, like him. I knew who he was. Like oh my god, I'm just gonna get destroyed. And I didn't do nearly as bad as I thought it was. And I thought like man, like I think I'm really starting to really improve here. And because after that, I got two DMs relating to the same thing. Firelager and Charbach
Mm-hmm.
DM'd me, asked me like, hey, dude, we see you doing work out there. You want to be in the 3v3? I'm like,
Oh,
uh,
yeah. This was the start of the 3v3
this was the start.
start.
I had no idea what the 3v3 even was. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know who Charbach was.
A
I
lot.
didn't know who Fireliger was. Like I just didn't. I'm like, oh, what is this? Like I don't know. And
I
they
think a
and
lot of us didn't know what it was because
mhm.
there was no nothing. There was like no announcement, no nothing. There weren't even hints. Like,
Yes.
because I remember me and Devil we were talking about it.
Hmm.
And he was like, like when I first started the 3v3, I just asked players. I didn't even tell them like this is gonna be like a thing. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so they were just
So
going with the flow and inviting players, and you were one of them.
I was. I was. And I'm like, do you want to be part of this? Yeah. Yeah. Firelighter's, do you want to be part of this pool? I'm like, yeah. Sure. Absolutely. Um. And at this point, I'm still like, I'm still a no name more or less, and and I'm seeing here, I'm looking at this pool of people. I'm like, wait, there's like there's God, Alvaro. I know who Alvaro Gol was, like one of the
Mm-hmm.
arguably one of the best idol players. I'm seeing all these people in here. I'm like, I have absolutely zero chance
Mm-hmm.
of getting picked here. I'm honored that I can even be a part of this list. Like
Yeah.
there's I like Deadly Kansas, like all these people, like OG players from season one. I'm like that I just knew because I watched the Evo, like they all yeah the Evo stuff. I would see them. I'm like, I'm up here with these people. What am I even doing here? And um so the day came and like jeez, it was such a surreal feeling. My one of my best friends on here, Night Slash, he ended up picking me. I had no idea who he was
Mm-hmm.
at the time. And for those of you who don't know, sick, nasty Augie player. He's
Mm-hmm.
not an Augie player anymore. He's a Jago main now. He's he's Daigo's son.
Wow. Okay. I'll be sure to tell him that
Oh yeah,
if he's not in chat
he is
already.
Daigo's son. He no. Yeah. He was in the ultra. I think he was in the ultra fine tournament
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
and he did a Jago run, and he was Daigo's son. He sent me the screenshot. I'm like, who is this godlike player? And like, what the dude? But anyway, so he picked me. I'm like, wait, you want to pick me? Like I am nobody compared to these people. And he's like, I wanted. I think his words were when he got interviewed afterwards,
Mm-hmm.
and he picked before that he picked Delta, and that's kind of why we're all
Yeah.
really good homies because we were talking for so long.
Mm-hmm.
So he picked Delta first, and then on the other way around, he picked me. I'm like, what do you want this? And his response was, I want like a Frankenstein team. I think those were his words. Yeah,
Okay.
like what a weird combination of characters to be even remotely on a team. An Aganos, an Arbiter, and a Hisako.
That's
Like
a
those are. It's a
yeah.
weird team.
Really
It's
weird.
a yeah. Like you would think a like maybe two Fulgors or two Arias and a Rash or
Yeah.
whatever. That would be the main the people you're looking for, or at least the the godlike players
Pretty much, yeah.
who make those work. Yeah, and like I'm a nobody. Why would you want me? He's like, this is what I want. I'm like, all right, man. I'm gonna try and make you proud. And we worked together, and we were all working for months.
Yeah.
He taught me some stuff, and then the 3v3 came, and let's see what happened. We were up against. I want to say the team was three-headed goats. It was oh my god. I really wish I could remember
I wish
who
I
was
could
all on
remember
the team.
too.
Yeah, but Chronicle was was one of the uh, players on that team. Uh, man, man, oh, that's really gonna bug me. I really wish I could remember. But either way, uh, Kron was knocking out. I think he knocked out Night Slash before I was the anchor. I think Night Slash sent in Delta first to kind of do what he could with the
Okay.
two other players, and I think he did. I think
You were the anchor pretty much
I
of
I was
of that team, right? Was
yes,
that the
yeah, that
okay?
yes, that's what happened. And it didn't plan to be that way, but that's what ended up happening.
Okay.
And so all of that need to happen was, let's see, whoever beat him is either Delta or Nine Slash. I can't remember. They beat the Aria.
Mm-hmm.
He immediately switched to Shago, and I think now that I'm thinking about it, I think it was Delta who was second, who was before me, because Delta has a hard time with Shago, let alone Kron Shago.
Yeah.
That's just what happened. It's the monkey, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Guess three ways, and it's easy to do everything with.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
yes, so I came in. He got one of my lives down, and I ended up clutching it out against him in the end. Even if it wasn't his main character, I still knocked out one of the top players in the world,
Yeah.
and
Cause
and that and that was something.
yeah.
And uh, and trying to think, and then way I remember now, gnarly feats.
Oh man.
That's what it was. That's what it was. Yep, I just remembered it now.
Yep.
Yep,
Night Slash
because
confirmed it.
nice lesson here,
Mm-hmm.
buddy. Um, yeah, that's what it was. I had one life, and I had two against gnarly feats, and I knew who he was, and luckily my character was very well handled, very well equipped to deal with Rash's shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought that my even back then my Hisako was unique amongst other ones. So I don't think really Gnarly knew what was up with me, and I ended up being I want to say ended up getting two supreme victories off of him,
Oh wow.
and that was it. And then I gave him an ultimate in the very end. I had to put on a show.
Yeah. Come
I
on,
mean,
dude.
it's a 3v3,
Yeah. You have to.
and yeah, and I want to say on because I was playing him and I had a decent amount of screen time, that got a few people to notice me a
Yeah.
little bit more. And I'm like, you know what? I can't believe I did what I did. I think we got all the way up to the semifinals, and I was mad because I lost it for a team. I ended up losing against Undead, also a very
Yeah.
high tier player. um, yeah, master of many characters, and he was doing work.
Mm-hmm.
He actually, now that I think about it, he went with the Hisako Mir at first.
Yeah. Because he
He
is the
want
Asako main.
he is the Hisako main. He did not like that at all. So then he immediately switched to Arya, and then I got Arya'd.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but yeah, that was so that was the start. In my opinion, me getting all the way up to grand finals in the Yo Video
Video
Games
games.
tournament
Mm-hmm.
was the start of my like kind of KI career, and meeting everybody,
Yeah.
all my friends. The very first time my voice was on the internet was hopped into Tadazi's stream. She was playing KI, and she was like the first person who I hopped into Discord with and just started to talk with her and stuff like that. And then, well, in like a stream setting like
Yeah.
that, um, meeting uh, her, obviously Night Slash and Delta, uh, Captain Aham, and then this is a good segue into the other topic.
I knew you were gonna go into
I just thought of that right now. Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, in fact, this is how me and you first met.
it is. Yes. So, why don't you kind of explain to the audience what we're about to talk about?
So pretty much, a our good old buddy Captain Aham, who has been on the show before, well deservingly,
Legend.
because his stream always booms when he plays KI. So pretty much, I got introduced to him through our little furry friend, Benito, who's also been on the show.
Hmm.
Um, you know, there was a sub goal that he had to do. I think it was
What was it?
25. Was it
I,
25 subs or something like that?
there were increments for sure
Yeah, there were.
of different like boot camps.
Yeah. So, but the Jago one was the first. I think no, if I remember correctly, it was 30.
Okay. Okay.
It was 30, and he had no idea nobody would pitch in and do that. And then we all teamed up, and we just all
We
pitched
just gained
in,
them.
just
Ga-
gained, yeah,
yep.
just
So
gained up on him, and then for a whole, I think it was until he got to level 50, he had to play Jago, and I think
yes,
he had to do it for a month.
it was almost a full month where he had to get his level like 4 Jago up to level 50
Yeah,
in a matter of, and he streams for like between anywhere between 2 and 3 hours like normally, let
yeah,
alone if he's with other people, where it can go longer. So that's not really a whole lot of time because the ranking system it scales exponentially.
yeah,
Your 1 to 10 is not going to be the same as your 40 to 50. You're going to be playing for a while.
yeah,
So he was definitely stuck
yeah.
playing.
And to make it worse, he had an open lobby with us, and we all picked Jago, and we're trying to teach this. We're trying to teach him. And we were literally all in there just
We,
trying to
we
help
were
this
just
man.
oh yeah,
But
and
we were all having fun though. We were all laughing and giggling and everything. That was
so
such a
good.
fun night.
One of my favorite, and you know, I think you know what I'm about to say. One of my favorite ever like Twitter clips was just was just me like I think I did an ultimate against someone. I can't.
I don't remember.
I did an ultimate against someone, and then Cap was up next.
Yes.
And Cap's arms were just in his head because he was just so he was an
Irritated.
awestruck. No, he was awestruck with the amazing solid footsies and fireballs. um, and I'm like, all right, and Cap was next. I'm like, all right, Cap, I want you to anti-air me, and he just screams out, no, and just like
Oh yeah, and you were on a 27 win streak too.
I was on a 37 win
Oh,
streak.
37. I'm sorry.
Yes. I was on a 37 win streak, and then I'm like here, like Zimcolo's in there, and Ven, they're all like, they're dying. Ven is like, dude, that's beautiful, dude. I'm like, I want you to hair tire me, and then he's like, oh, what I see, man, something happened to the game. I got booted.
Yeah.
I
I
lost my
went,
freaking win
wow.
streak. I'm like, oh, dude, what? I'm like, you bitch.
And I think
We were just trying to help him.
yeah.
That's all we were doing.
And I think we have that in the archive somewhere.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still in the archives. I think it's one of his most popular clips because it was that funny.
Oh, it was really good. Man. Yep,
Yeah.
I definitely remember that. That was a yes. Yeah, no, that was wild. And just it kind of goes and this all goes back to just of course I'm grateful that I've gotten better as a player with especially since being in the 3v3. That
Yeah.
was for me like I thought I was like decent before, but like I kind of thought I hit a peak, and then after the 3v3 it was almost it was almost like the Saiyan effect from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
You get your ass beat by much stronger people. You're getting stronger no matter what.
Oh yeah.
And
Once you're all
and
healed up,
you
yeah.
and that's kind of what and that's what happened with a lot after that, because I was running into the gods more like at random times in ranked, and I was just trying to figure like what am I doing wrong, or like how can I do things better, and then I found out tricks and stuff and weird things that not a lot of people, other Hisako players do, and they ended up working, and things get better and better, and it kind of got me to where I am today. Trying to think here. One of my favorite. Uh, Actually, this goes with the improving.
Mm-hmm.
I entered a stream. It was over a year ago now. The anniversary was just of it was a little bit, just like a few days ago, I think. There was a stream where Nikki was just stomping ass. It was an open lobby, and I
Oh,
think
okay.
it was just like yeah, I think just like anyone, hey, come and take me on, let's have fun. And or it might have been a hey, who wants to fight me like a bunch. And I don't think there are any takers. And for some reason, I was in there. I'm like, you know what? Screw it. Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
rumble. And and first thing we did two first to tens, and commentating that was Mikey GP.
Yes. Who we all
God
know.
tier, such a awesome guy.
Yes.
God tier commentator, absolutely great.
Mikey, come on the
Um,
show.
that yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure he'd be down. Uh, Yeah, so and I actually have this clipped and I will have it forever saved. And it kind of got and it got me my partial I should change it back because it's been so long. But it's why I'm hang on here. What's the actual name? Absolute Zero Goichi whatever. I have Goichi in my name because of my defense, because Mikey was talking about my Goichi defense. First attempt was against his Mira, and there
Oh
was a
God.
moment where I was blocking for a good like 30 seconds nonstop
Oh my
of
God.
Mira in instinct
Oh no.
mix-ups. So he had unlimited, and because he had the mist on me, he had access to unlimited, well, Mira shenanigans.
Yeah.
The misting to without draining any of your health. And for a good 30 seconds, I was blocking, and the whole time I wasn't free. Like I was definitely putting a fight, but I never won a match in that set. I did eventually, and it's in this club I'm talking about. The rest was so out of the final score was ended up being 10-1 in
Yeah.
that particular set.
Well,
A lot of people don't know that.
you're better.
Um,
You're better than me because Nikki beat me 20-0 at SoCal
oof.
Regionals. So
Oh,
there you
baby.
go.
Yeah, fair enough.
But we were
Uh,
laughing and giggling the whole entire time. So
of course, yeah. But so the big Goichi moment happened, uh, and I ended up doing some crazy uh, brain turn offing, and I kind of just autopiloted and figure out what, and that just kind of like long sets against these players really help me a lot.
yeah, of course.
And that's the same thing with anybody. You go against the quote gods of your respective genre or fighting game or whatever, you will improve
Hmm.
one way or another.
Yeah,
And
I 100% agree with you on that.
yes, yeah, because there's a massive difference between uh average ranked play versus you know
A tournament player, pretty much.
yes. Yeah, it's not even going to be close.
Yeah, I agree with
And
you.
yeah, and that's the really only way to really improve. And that's definitely just fighting these people over and over again. And that's also kind of what got me into starting to stream like a few months ago.
Mm.
Uh,
I was just about to ask you that. That was actually gonna be
mhm.
the next topic.
Yes.
So you started streaming like a few months back, and
Yeah.
your channel has been booming
Boom,
significantly.
booming's a strong word, but I've gotten way more followers than I ever thought I possibly would. I mean, I'm trying to think here. When my first stream was, I want to say, trying to think here. Maybe back in like June-ish. I really can't remember because I'm only an affiliate. They don't stay for that long, or like I think they after like 6 months they go away. I'm actually really curious. I wonder if I can maybe pull it up right now.
I don't think so because I've been on affiliate for like almost 2 years now.
Really? Maybe.
Actually longer than that. Actually, almost 3 years now.
I wonder if I can. No. Well, whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it now. But
Yeah.
either way, no, it's been less than a year, and I definitely did start earlier this year, and it I thought, like, man, I'll just do it. Why not? If
Yeah.
people want to come by, hey, I'm still I was a relative unknown at this point.
Mm-hmm.
At least in my brain I was, and people, random people would come in, and some of the online friends have been stopping by and kind of just hanging out while I play, and the streaming situation was getting a little bit better, and uh, now I got the whole face cam thing. I was always really nervous to even remotely put myself out there, uh, at least my face out there and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
uh, I have a blast doing it. I really do. People come like a lot of people come and same thing to you. Like the KI community has always been so unbelievably generous. Even just with people showing up.
Yeah.
Like that just showing love it's great. And one time I had an insane hype train going on. I was fighting Latalis won, and actually funny enough, I because of my growth, Latalis is the most known Hisako hater in the upper echelon, and I believe I've gotten his respect
Yeah.
as a dirty Hisako player. Like it's really weird, but he and because he always sends me an invite for a game, wants to play games with me. I'm like, okay, sure, let's
Oh,
play.
let's do it.
Yeah, yeah, and so I ended up I wanted to get I had a sub goal that one time because I wanted to get some emotes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even care about any kind of possible monetary gain. I just wanted to get the ability to unlock the emotes so I could pay an artist to do something so I could have silly, funny Hisako emotes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was fighting him, and I think I got gifted like over 20 subs that night.
Yep.
And
I remember I was there.
that was something, yeah. uh though that was such an unreal moment for me because I'm so not used to having strangers just show that much love. And even if a bunch of them were coming from single people,
Mm-hmm.
like single individuals who are just extremely generous. I was never used to that as a person, and it was really getting me like really like worked up in a way when I was fighting like Latalis, and I just kind of had to stop for a second, just kind of breathe because I've just all these like friends now that I've made ever since I've got picked in the 3v3 thanks to Night Slash.
Mm-hmm.
It's it was just something unreal to me, and I'm almost more thankful for the few friends that I've been making here more than my overall gamer ability. If that kind of makes any sense.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, I think we should thank Night Slash for putting you out there for take.
yeah, love you, buddy.
Yeah.
It's all thanks to you.
Yeah, I'm
the
pretty sure he'll watch this one
oh yeah.
day.
Oh no, no,
And
he will. He's my biggest hater and supporter.
it's a
Those were his words one time. It was
love
funny as
hate
hell.
relationships.
Yeah, yeah, he's my biggest hater and supporter at the same time.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and Captain Aham is spamming
Oh
emotes.
yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
Yep.
my favorite one is literally on the screen right now.
The
It's where
smug Sokka.
the smug.
Oh, it's so good.
I
I
know. The minute I saw that on your Twitter, I went, "It's finally happening."
Yep, it's happening. And then actually that reminds me. What? Okay. Um,
Okay.
what's that even mean?
I,
Anyway,
continue.
what?
I saw it too. I saw it too.
Yes, yes. I got lost. Shoot.
I think we're talking about the emotes.
Yeah. We were. Oh, okay. Oh no, no, no. Now I remember. Night Slash. In our Discord, we posted. He posted uh, the old Keats tweet. I believe it was when Storm won beat someone, and he did he posted a screenshot or the actual link to the tweet. Hisaka was a mistake.
Oh, that was during CEO.
It was a CEO.
It was
Okay,
CEO
okay.
top 8. I remember
Okay.
that.
Yeah, Hisaka was a.
Because a lot of people, they didn't think Storm was going to get far.
Was that the one where? Wait, is that the was it that or Evo when he perfected someone? Well, he perfected Wheels, didn't he?
Oh, no. That was KI World Cup.
That was World Cup. Okay.
That was World
okay.
Cup 2017.
Okay.
I was there. I was right there in the front row. It was me, Will. He's an Orchid player.
Most dope Will.
Yes, most dope Will. God, I miss that guy so much. And Nate was on the left of me. It was me, Nate, and Will. We're in the front row watching this match, and then we're just like, "What is going on?" And then all of a sudden, have all people, Wheels, the final boss, the god, Gargos himself gets perfect.
Yes. He gets perfected by this KI nerd who used to post in the forums all the time.
And then we just went, what is going on right now? And then then that's when Keith made that tweet.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, yeah, so he showed me to that, and I respond, and and that was from 17, and I quote retweeted that with a picture of the smug Sako face. And then, I thought it was such a good response from, even though not a few people liked it, but I just thought that was a really really funny response to that. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And then I ended up making it my
your header on Twitter.
My header on Twitter. Yeah, Hisaka was a mistake. Oh.
Well, he was the one that came out with that character. In fact, in season 2, a lot of people quit because of her.
I know.
A lot of people quit.
And I immediately gravitated to her. No, and the funny thing is, even beyond the gameplay, I am one of the biggest Hisako advocates in the KI community.
Yeah.
But even besides the fact, ignoring her gameplay entirely, like the whole parry, the 3-frame grab, I don't know, all that stuff. The first trailer, that was the one. That was when I knew immediately I wanted to main this chick.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was it. Like that, I'm like, you know what? She is so an angry, pissed off ghost because Ultratech came by and ruined her village and
robbing their graves.
Yep, robbing them. Just take it. No, that was it for me. That's in low tier or not or whatever it was. I was gonna play her the most, and I ended up loving her play style.
Mm-hmm.
A pseudo grappler with a slow walk speed but a fast dash. Which, funny enough, if I don't play Third Strike at all. But if I did play Third Strike, I would play Makoto.
Yeah,
I think the
it's the
slow
same.
move. I love the slow moving fast dash characters, and uh you might already know this, but do you know who I mostly mained in Street Fighter V? Kind of similar.
I remember you telling me, but I can't name it from the top of my head.
It was Laura.
Laura. Okay.
She
Yeah.
has the command dash.
Yep.
Yep. She still had a decent walk speed, but like she had the dash in and then the grab.
Yeah.
Like I think that's sick. And yeah, that it ended up working out that I loved her playstyle and her character, so they went hand in hand with me.
Yeah.
Now, do you know who I actually played before? Who I mained before Hisako?
I think we had this conversation, but
We have, but
I
I think
can't
so. But
remember. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I played Orchid the most.
Yeah.
I
Cause
was an Orchid player.
yeah, because I remember you were playing Orchid that one day on your stream, and I was like, "What?" And you're like, "Yeah,
I
I played
I
Orchid
got
back
an
in the day."
Orchid. I got an Orchid, man.
Yeah.
I love playing her.
Yeah.
And it actually might end up coming down to a Rekka thing, really.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, maybe I just like Rekka characters. I don't know,
Well,
but
you got color 11 to prove it, so.
I did. I did. That was definitely a lucky draw on that one.
Yeah.
But actually, now that I think about it, when it comes to fighting games, it really all depends on like it depends on what the game. I don't have a specific archetype.
Yeah.
I played Grand Blue for a little bit. I played the more or less the Ken or the of the game. I main Katarina. She's a
Oh,
Shoto.
okay. Yeah, she is.
I main Katarina, and my name was Cat's Bathwater.
Wow. Wow.
People were like, "Yo, that name is OD."
Yeah, that name is.
Yeah.
Are we selling that bathwater anytime soon?
That's right. Talk to what's her name? Whatever. I don't know. I forget her name. Bella Delphine.
Oh, is that her name?
Mm,
I don't know. I don't pay attention
yeah.
to that.
Yeah, I don't either. In Tekken, I play a stance character. I play Josie.
Yep, Josie.
I like she has two stances. Like that's weird. In what little I played of 4, mostly because I just hated the online like so much.
Yeah.
I did play a little bit. I played a basic bitch Evil Ryu.
Yeah.
But what's a Shoto
Yeah.
once again. Um it's just like it depends on what game and if their gameplay and their character appeals to me. Unfortunately for Josie though, the character sucks ass.
Yeah.
I hate her character.
But
But her gameplay is cool.
yeah, I think she's one of the easiest characters to learn, if I'm correct.
Oh, she's brand new to Tekken 7, and
Yeah.
Tekken 7 was my first Tekken game,
Yeah.
so it kind of would have made
Well,
sense.
after watching that one night, I don't think I don't want to play you anytime soon.
But I was I mean, I didn't play for Tekken for so long. No, yeah, I have it modded on my end where it's Tifa from FF7.
Oh yeah, I forgot there are mods in that game.
Yeah, there's some pretty sick ones. Um, yeah, yeah. On my end, it's Tifa, and it's a pretty good character model to be honest. It's FF7 remake
Yeah.
Tifa.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, yeah. No,
I was about to be like, which one?
yeah. FF7 remake. Yeah, no,
Okay.
it's a good model for all its intents and purposes. Yeah.
Nice. I
Um,
might have to check that out later.
I know I posted some Twitter clips before. Either way.
All right. As we're winding down Absolute
Yes.
Zero, because I know that you're on East Coast time, so I know it's kind of late for you. So I don't want
It's getting there.
I don't want to keep you up too long. we're gonna go over two more topics and then we're probably gonna cut it.
Sure thing.
I just don't want to keep you up because I know you have
No,
work
no, yeah,
tomorrow.
it's all good. It's all good.
I know it's my Friday, so I can stay up as long as I can.
Oh,
But you're a little you're a little different story.
I'm a worker boy.
Yeah, we all
Yeah,
are.
ain't that the truth?
So with KI woke up, pretty much almost coming around the corner, dude. So you're sitting at inside top 32, and
I am.
from what so far from what I'm predicting from the numbers and everything, you're pretty much safe. You're pretty much almost guaranteed. Pretty
I was
much.
looking at it earlier today, and I was looking at the players beneath me, and I'm like, more than likely, these people are not gonna be making it.
Yeah.
Even with Combo Clash approaching this weekend, where points are quadruple,
Yeah.
I still don't foresee any people. You know, first of all, I'm currently 26th or 28th. That would mean that have to mean that like 4 or 6 of those people would have to be making it
Yeah.
to knock me into 33rd. And I don't think that's going to happen. And so there's a really, really good shot that I'm actually going to be in this thing.
But are you gonna
Eh,
be playing in Combo Clash? Just
I, I, yeah, I believe so. I'm gonna make sure it's all good with work.
okay.
Uh, yeah, but no, that is my plan.
Okay.
I still need to register for it and stuff, but uh, it just sucks that those ones are the ones where you have to pay money.
Yeah, I know, but
But it's the $1,000 prize pool.
yeah.
Yeah, but
So yeah, I'm gonna say that I think you're pretty much safe. You know, because that's how it's always been from way that
hmm
I've been looking at it. And
yeah,
ever since the first and second KI woke up, whoever's like in that, that 26th spot, I think you're pretty good. Like,
yeah,
did you ever think that you would ever come to this point that you're gonna be
never,
like one of the top 32 players in the world?
never.
You know,
They
especially like a guy who like doesn't, you know, you don't have locals. I mean, you're strictly online.
I'm only online,
Like
only.
the only person I can really think about is Latif. Do you remember who Latif was?
Not familiar.
So he was a Street Fighter 4 player.
Okay.
He was from Arizona.
Okay.
He got second at Evo. The only person that stopped him. Because remember, there were some heavy hitters in. I think this is when. Yeah, I think it was still Super Street Fighter. No, it was Arcade Edition when
Where the twins were.
The
Yeah.
twins
Okay.
were busted.
hmm
Daigo switched over to Yun, but then all of a sudden, like this guy out of nowhere makes it to top 8, and he's literally the solo U.S. player. Ends up taking out Daigo, and you gotta remember, he played C Viper, which still to this day
Okay.
we do not have an answer how
No,
to beat
I
this
know
character.
I know it's funny. My knowledge, my overall game knowledge and of fighting games is so like broad in terms of like who's who and what's what and what characters are ridiculous.
Yeah,
And I know that Sea Viper has been a problem for years,
yeah.
and there is not an easy answer.
No, that
No.
we still don't have an answer still to this day.
hmm
And
I'm not good at Street Fighter, so I'm not,
well,
but
I'm glad you haven't ran into that problem because I ran into it multiple times at tournaments.
yes.
So
hmm
like
hmm
he literally kind of reminds me of you.
Oh yeah.
Like he
Just
literally just comes out of the woodwork and just takes out like gods. Like this man took out Daigo. He even took out the man that sent Daigo the losers that year, Punko.
Punko did that. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Punko sent Daigo the losers and end up and Punko actually perfect him on the last game.
Was he still rocking Seth?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes, but then when Latif showed up, of course he had to play against Daigo first because
Hmm.
Latif was actually in losers throughout all top 8. So he had to somehow, some way fight through the Asian gods of Street Fighter, but the only one that really stopped him, though, and unfortunately he was the one in winners,
Okay,
Fudo at the time,
okay.
and
Fudo,
Fudo
right.
was playing Fei Long at the time.
Okay,
So I mean,
gotcha.
like Latif, like really reminded me of you, like
Just a random person, random online person
yeah,
that
because
just happens to
he does
emerge.
he doesn't he's strictly online. He doesn't go. I think at the time he didn't have any locals.
Hmm.
He didn't. And then everybody kept asking him like, where, like, how'd you get this good? And he's like, I just play online. That's
You
all I do.
and you know who is also like that? Well, the best boxers in the world.
Yep.
Yep, Smug.
Smug.
Smug was a online warrior for the longest time.
Yep.
Out of no, and it doesn't mean anything, but like this online player, this online only pad player, and
Dudley. Dudley at the
yes,
time.
yeah. I don't know what I was
Well,
thinking. Wrong for five,
same
but
thing. I knew who you were talking about,
yeah,
but
yeah. Doctor Diddles. Yep, the old Diddles, man. And funny enough, what he watching his old combo videos on SF4, dude, that was so sick, man. They were like I would look for his videos once I discovered like who he was,
hmm
and I would see him do this insane stuff with Dudley. Like this character is so badass and small. Like, oh man, I used to watch so many compilations of his stuff,
hey,
of
hey,
SF4
you know
stuff.
what's
It's so
sad?
cool.
He's the only one that plays Dudley like that.
Yeah,
He's the only
I,
one.
I don't even know any other like competent like SF4 Dudley players. Personally, I don't know.
He's literally the only one that plays like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
literally.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's playing on the, I think back then it was on the 360 controller.
It
And
was on the 360 pad,
yeah,
which was garbage.
and I think still to this day he's still playing on that.
I don't think so
Oh,
anymore.
okay. Did he finally switch? Because I remember
I
when 5 came out, he did have the converter and he was still using the 360
I
pad.
I do remember that, but I think he uses a PS pad now.
Okay, all right.
I think I'm not 100%, but I think I do. I think I watched one of his YouTube videos, and he actually like commented like, "No, I'm using a PS pad now."
Oh,
So
okay.
like, yeah, I think I'm not 100%, but either way, but yeah, the point was he was rocking that horrible 360 pad.
Yeah. For the longest time.
Yeah, absolutely. That D pad on that thing was hot garbage.
Yeah. And
And I actually have my controller right here, but I love I love the Xbox One uh D-pad personally.
yeah,
Like
I did too.
I love how clicky it is.
Mhm.
A lot of people don't. I do. It lets me know that my freaking input is going through.
Yep.
Like and they're all converting to the new ones that are like um
Silenced.
yeah. Yeah, they're all like circular like ones with like that are weird eight like they're like almost like Octogate style, I want to say.
Mhm.
And that's not good
Yeah,
for pad fighting game players.
me
I need my
personally,
full
yeah, I need my up down left right.
and actually back there was a time where I really truly wanted to get into MK11. I really did. Um and I actually got actually because of Max.
Yeah.
He talked about this. The I think they're called Battle Beaver Customs or something like that. You can order digital or analog no, hang on. In mechanical D-pad. That's what it was. Because the D-pad is one singular unit. Uh I got rid of it myself. I ordered the parts. I opened up my PS4 controller and made each one of the D-pad buttons a singular button. So that gave me the solid left, right, up, down, and I was able to do those back, forward, down, forward motions much easier.
Nice.
Yeah. Unfortunately, MK11 did not stick for me personally.
Yeah, I mean that game's not for everybody.
It's definitely not. It's still, you can't deny that's still a good game, but it is just not
No.
for everybody.
Yeah,
Definitely not for me.
yeah.
But
I agree. It's not for everybody.
nope.
Not my forte. I
Yeah.
stay away from
Hmm.
it. But I gave it a try for like a good month, and I said, you know what? This fighting game's not meant for me.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
really not.
I stuck with it for maybe 3, 4 months for a while. Actually, the same thing with Injustice as well. Injustice 2, but I fell off of that way harder than MK11.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Projectile wars. Ugh.
I think, like, I wish like players would, you know, would have like open options. Like, hey, instead of like, like the shit talkers that just talk shit about the game. Like,
Hmm.
hey, like, you have other options. Like, play once you try this fighting game, and once you try this one, try that one. But in the end, a lot of them don't do it.
They don't. They don't. They just want to talk shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
But luckily, in the KI community, we rarely have those. And if we do, we just ignore them.
Yeah,
Anyways,
pretty much. I
that's
actually,
pretty much
I was
what we do.
yeah, and actually, I don't know if he's actually gonna do it or not, but there's this one guy who started to kind of do part time at my job, and I was talking to him. I was driving with him to a job site. And I was actually telling him like, oh yeah, I play this game called Killer Instinct. He's like, oh yeah, I've heard of it. And I was kind of talking just about it in general, about how absolutely insane it is, like the character variety. He's like, huh, I may actually check that out, because I told him it's on Game Pass
Yeah.
and stuff, and like there is a basic bitch uh ninja guy. There's a rushdown werewolf. There's a I told him about the guest character. He's like, wow, that sounds really freaking cool. I may actually check that out. Like, hey, I may have converted another character, another person.
Yeah.
That's sick. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But
That's if they like it. But if not, a lot of people, they'll go on with their own way, just like many of us have.
yes, and that kind of just leads another thing quick. When if you don't like the current game in a series, freaking play the previous one. It's not that hard. Don't You can keep talking shit, but like if you're still talking shit about it but still playing the game, play the other game. The biggest thing right now is Strive.
Oh
Like
God.
back when Strive first came out, like people who like hated on it so much. Well, go back to Xrd then.
Yeah.
I like Strive. I enjoy Strive. It's fun to me. I
Yeah.
like Button. Every character in that game is a gorilla, more or less.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think we were all playing when it Strive came out, and then we were just like figuring out everything. Like, does this still work on this character? And
Yeah,
then we realized like, so bad guy is plus on everything.
he's on everything,
And then I was like,
and yet, as far as I know, no soul, no soul has won a major,
that is very true.
and yet we all complain about him.
Yep, we do.
The big dick himself won the most recent the Kumite. Freaking Gold Lewis Dickinson, a
Wow.
low tier character. That Gobu is a freaking god. He was giving such like if there was a smug anime girl look in real life, this man was doing it. Like he had the best looks on his face. Oh, they were so funny. Like
Nice.
he was just smiling and just had like this evil grin. Oh, it was so good.
Wow.
Yep. Oh, it was great. It was great.
All right. I
But
was.
anyway, back to the
Yeah.
main thing. Yeah, no, KI World Cup is approaching, and I do really think I never thought that I would ever be in this situation ever. Like not even last year. I never thought that I would even be considered. It sounds like pretentious, but like I never thought I'd be considered among the gods of the game, ever,
Hmm.
or at least be on like their relative plane of existence.
Yeah. Like they're actually like acknowledging you. They're like,
Yeah,
oh
and
shit.
that was the thing for me. Like earlier today, Alex, Alex V, considered the best player in the world right now. He messaged me earlier, saying, "Hey, bro, do you want to play some games later?" I'm like, "You, you're just messaging me, just want to play." And I talked to Alex a bunch. We all have.
Yeah.
Well, a few of us have. But like, it's like, "Yeah, I want to play some games with you, man."
Yeah.
I'm like, I would love to, but I'm actually doing Talk Your Instinct tonight. He's like, "Oh, dude, that's awesome." Uh, but yeah, like I like being like acknowledged by people. Sometimes when Charbak was doing the well, it still is. Yeah, I think he's done it a little bit, but
Oh,
the
his
Charbak Kai,
yeah.
yeah,
I was about to say Cobra Kai, but it's
yeah,
Charbot
get
Kai.
close, yeah, pretty much. Whenever I'd show him, show up, he'd always talk the biggest shit to me, man. Oh, he talks so much. He'd always put these words in my mouth when I type out. I never said that. He's like, no, that's what you said, man. He'd be like, oh man, hope you had a good day, man. Oh yeah, I had a good day. I didn't ask you for your day, you fucking loser. Someone time him out. Like,
Yeah,
but no, yeah, no, yeah, Charblock's great. Frank's awesome.
yeah. Frank's really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, so pretty much with KI Cup coming around, I mean like we're literally talking about like as of right now the top 32 greatest players in the world, and you're amongst one of them, pretty
and
much.
that and I never really I have loved this game, this series for 20. I'm gonna be turning my birthday is coming up here very very soon.
Yes.
Yes, I have been loving this series since I was like 6 years old. So like over 25 years of my life, I have loved this series, and I never ever thought that I could be even stand remotely amongst some of the top players in the world, let alone compete with them. And it's just something that just blows my mind even to this day that I think about. Like I'm talking to the best players in the world like on a daily basis. It's so strange to me,
Yeah.
but it's something that I've really grown to appreciate, and I'm really thankful that I've actually grown pretty close with some of them. It just blows my mind every time. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's good. And
Hmm.
you know, I think it's gonna be on the 11th and 12th KI
That
World Cup.
sounds about right.
I
The that the I think they realized it, but Collazo was making the Jago only tournament,
Yeah.
and I think he was scheduling it for the same day. And I don't think he realized he's like, oh crap, we have to reschedule that. No one's gonna want to play in that.
We got something planned.
Oh,
We got
okay.
something planned.
Oh yeah.
I can't I can't talk about it right now.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Okay.
but
Okay.
something is in the works, and like honestly, I don't mean to sound like a dip, but I said it earlier. I'm not watching KI World Cup. I'm not watching it
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know. I
because
know.
like I God, I wish this was a thing. I know it is for like some games. Like I wish like there was like a fighting game betting online, and if that Pacific player was up on the scoreboard, I don't care what the odds are. I'm like, here, $100.
Yeah.
I'll I'm gonna collect afterwards.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean,
I know exactly.
actually, let me ask you one more thing. Like Alex
Yeah.
V, like our good friend Alex, like that guy is so humbled.
He. Yes.
The nicest guy on the face of the earth.
So nice.
Like,
Amazing player. great person, makes music for all
Yeah,
these a few tournaments. He's done he's done a collaboration with Omega Sparks,
Sparks.
the rapper for TJ Combo's theme.
Yeah.
Like that is so sick. Like it, and he's gotten so much hate.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you that.
He's gotten so much hate because of how good he is with the character, with Rash. We all know Rash is a problem, but on top of Alex's like skill and just like, and he gets inside people's heads too. He's able to predict a lot of like counterbreaker situations, and he does them.
Yeah.
So like on top of players' skill and how good of a character Rash is, like there was a time where like he didn't want to do anything. I
Mm-hmm.
feel so bad because he's such a good guy, at least from what I've seen, and we've talked to him a whole bunch. Good guy, and
Yeah.
he gets so much hate, and I really hate that people are genuinely like that and think that like, oh, it's a mess up situation.
Yeah. Like remember when me and you were doing the open lobby with our good old buddy Pie Master, and then
Oh yeah.
Alex V just randomly showed up because he heard us talk about Carlos Santana.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hops in the Discord with us, plugs his guitar in, and
I remember
then we're
that.
just hearing this, and then we're just like, dude, Alex, you just made my day, bro.
Yeah, that was sick. Yeah, he was killing it.
We're like, I'm like, are you sure Carlos Santana ate right next to you, or is that you? And then he pulls up his camera. And
That's right. Yeah, he had the camera going. He was doing everything.
I was
Yeah.
like, wow, dude, because we didn't believe him at the time.
No, I remember that. That was weeks ago, but man, I remember that he killed it.
Yeah,
He absolutely killed it.
great musician, man.
Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, but man,
Hmm.
Ki woke up, dude. A lot of heavy hitters, but one thing I have noticed with this Ki woke up, there's a lot more. I forgot to talk. I forgot to talk about this with God, name is on top of. I forgot to
Flash.
talk to no with Alex when Alex was
Oh,
on the show.
okay.
Um, a few months back. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk with this about you. There's a lot more international players in this tournament,
Yes.
more than usual. Cause like
Hmm.
maybe you'll have that one,
Yeah.
maybe. But I did hear that there's supposed to be a Japanese qualifier, if I'm correct. I
It's
don't.
there.
I just don't know who qualified in Japan.
I don't know. I know like a few like competitive KI players. I really only know personally Pinehead, the
Yeah,
Riptor
Pinehead.
player.
Yeah.
The gold Riptor player. He
Yes.
he, he gave Kron a run for his money.
Yeah.
Big time. Like I was like shocked. I'm like, is Riptor the answer to Arya? And yeah, he was stomping him, but I don't know a whole lot of Japanese KI players. Like I know there's like a few like VTubers besides Ven who play KI.
Yeah.
One of them is like called like Yunte or something like that.
Oh
They're
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
like a pink-haired
yeah.
girl. They play Thunder and TJ. But
And she
they're
also has a General Ram too. I've seen her
okay.
play that character.
Okay. I did happen to run into her in ranked one time. Like it was really late, and and funny enough, the connection was pretty decent.
Yeah.
It was good, like it was playable all the way out in Japan.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Colossal just confirmed in chat. The last two quads were Combo Clash International and the regular one. Okay.
Okay. Yep. So no more. Okay. Yep.
Yep. Okay. That
So
confirms it.
in terms of well, American only. So the Q4 Combo Clash this weekend. That's it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
But
it.
yeah. Back to what we were discussing.
Oh
There is a
yes,
lot more international players than usual. I mean,
yes.
we got Alex from Mexico.
Of course.
He's been on a tear ever since this whole thing started,
Yes.
pretty much. One of the
Mm-hmm.
first players to qualify, but then we also have Luna from
Yes. Luno
Australia.
Dono.
We got
Yes.
we got her.
Mm-hmm.
Had to play her. That was not fun.
No, it's not. It's not
but
fun playing her at all.
but
One of the best Aria players as well.
but she's a kind-hearted person. Love her to death.
Mm-hmm.
She actually talked to me the other day. I might actually get her on the show pretty soon.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hopefully.
I've never really like heard her talk before, so like I don't know what
She
she's.
actually streamed her run, and I rated her, and she's like,
Oh,
"Oh,
nice.
thanks."
Okay, I didn't know she streamed. Okay.
Yeah, she does.
Okay. Cool.
I think she's starting to now.
Starting to. Okay. Okay. Okay.
So yeah,
Um.
I know that there's a few more international players. I just can't name them from.
Well, for one, the number 3 right now, Delta.
Delta from Ireland.
Yep, from Ireland.
I'm
Yep.
wa- I'm just wondering. Thank you, Colosso, for correcting me again. That's why he's my mod.
Oh.
He corrects me on everything. Thank you. I appreciate
As
it.
one should.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering because like I have heard Delta talk before, and I'm just like, can you talk like Conor McGregor for me just for once? And he's like, I kind of don't like Conor. I'm like, are you fucking serious? And then he told me the whole story, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I was like,
Yeah.
I go, can you just do it for me just this one time? And he goes, okay, I'll do it for you one time. Because they both have the accent.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah.
that was the closest thing I was gonna get.
Yeah.
Delta, really cool. Literally the best Arbiter player right now.
I humbly agree. Yeah, I think Arbiter, or he is the best Arbiter. I'm looking at the leaderboards right now according to Rotendo right now. So we got Alex in first, Base in second, Kron in third, Delta in 4. Then we got Latalis, Night Slash, and then Yorsh.
Okay.
Yorsh is number 7. He is part of the New Zealand Australia area.
Yeah, that's right.
Um
I forgot who else was there. There's one other player, but he used
there's
to play...
Vegemite.
Yeah. Thank you.
Vegemite. Yep.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm looking here. Jeremy Cato. One of the best Aria players out there. He's number 11 right now. He's right behind Wheels.
Yep.
Who else do we got here? I don't know who Say No More is. Zostali. Yeah. They're not American. They're international. I think Humzoid is. I don't know who they are though. We got Amy.
Yep.
Abe Mobius.
Mm-hmm.
She's 25. She's just right above me. Oh, okay. I didn't know that, Colazzo.
Oh,
okay.
okay. Nice. Thank you. See,
Big Boss Tano.
He corrects us on everything.
He does. I don't know who DD is. I'm assuming they're international as well. Big Boss Tano. I know they're international. Dion Bloster. Yep.
Yeah.
And I know one of the reasons why also there's so many right now is because there's also a very, very few like dedicated KI players from that New Zealand, area, and that's why they're able to get these crazy high points. That's why Yorsh is number 7 right now.
Yeah.
Because he from I just wish the connection was better.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone, I'm sure they're a good person. I'm sure they're fine. But dude, Yorsh is unplayable. Unplayable. Man, like, and you will not find one person who doesn't agree. I'm just saying.
I've saw and I've seen.
Yes.
I'm
yes.
like, no, I can't do this.
Can't. You have trouble dealing with my Hisako. Try dealing with a teleporting Hisako that has 13 frames of rollback.
I don't want to experience that
No, you
ever.
don't.
Ever.
Yeah,
Not my cup of tea, man.
definitely not. But
I will disconnect on purpose.
yes, it's gotten to that. I haven't run into them in a long time, but if it comes to that, yeah. But that's kind of why there's definitely more. Now, granted, that is just one of the areas because there are
Yeah.
definitely Europe only tournaments as well. But that's definitely why a few of these New Zealand Australian players are in here.
Yeah.
Yorsh, Dion Bloster, Vegemite. Uh, I think Humzoid might be one too. Humzoid 909. Yeah, a few of those. Big oh no, Big Boss Tano's from Argentina, I think. But yeah, so and that's kind of one thing that's always amazed me that how even though KI is such a it was made here in America,
Yeah.
like it's an American game. It isn't like Street Fighter where there's still a ton of like it's crazy popular in Japan and it's still crazy popular over here. It's usually not the case with other fighting games. Like
Yeah.
usually typically US fighting games stay in the US.
Yeah.
They're as far as I'm aware, MK isn't really popular in Japan.
No.
It might be. I don't know.
I can't even name one Japanese player that plays it.
I don't know. Yeah.
So,
So that yeah, so it's wild to me that for an old for that's a fair point, Cap.
yeah.
That's a fair point. Uh
But
uh
for a game that's relatively old, for say,
yeah,
eight
that's what I was getting
years,
at. Yes.
that's 8 years old, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, these guys are still playing the living shit out of it.
Yes. Yep. For an 8-year-old game that is still as popular as it is for in other countries, like it's wild to me. And I'm happy. I want more people to play this. I want more people to play fighting games, man.
Yeah.
Like, geez, let's just hit buttons. Let's punch each other in the face. Let's have fun. And I'm glad that there is more international representation here. That's for sure.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
just and KI makes it possible
mm-hmm.
with the connection with the net code. It is possible with a lot of these players.
Yep.
Yep.
And plus, we've seen it throughout, I, our streams, and then, also the tournament streams, because right now we're still in a pandemic. We're only
Very alive.
pretty much forced to play online, but sooner or later, I hope that we can get through this and then hopefully have our majors bat so that we can start going and hopefully to probably bump into you pretty soon.
I would really love to eventually meet. Yeah, when everything is back to normal, go out to I don't know what Frosty Faustings or Fight for the North or something, and there be a KI side tournament somewhere, or
Yeah.
even Evo if that's gonna come back
Yeah.
with that new situation going on, since it's more or less. I really can't comment because I don't know, but it's more. I thought it was more or less owned by Sony now, so I don't
Yeah.
know if KI has a chance of coming back. I don't know the logistics, so I'm
But
not gonna.
but you know what's funny, and we have talked about this. What was on the background when Sony announced that they were taking over? What was in the background on the right?
Uh,
There's a character.
was there?
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah. There was a
wait,
character. There was a
Yeah,
character on the right, and
I almost
then
died.
I literally thought it was coming, but they did say that Ki was gonna be online, but then the incident
Yeah,
happened.
the incident.
The
Yes. Yep.
incident, which we all know, and
We all know.
I'm not gonna talk about it.
Yeah, we don't need to.
We don't need
An
to.
incident happened.
Yeah. So Yeah, but when Sony announced saying that they were taking over, a Pacific character was on the right. You saw Saberwolf on the right hand side when Sony announced saying that we're taking over.
Hmm.
And I
I
I
remember. I
thought
remember it
I
now.
thought that was weird. Cause I was like, okay, you have Street Fighter, and then you have Guilty Gear, but then I see Saberwolf on the right hand side.
Hey, what's that? What's that little guy doing up?
I go
What's he doing up in there?
I go no, he was like in full image, and I'm just going, huh, okay,
And now
interesting.
that, and now that, uh, oh my God, what's her name? What's that streamer lady? Who?
Oh,
What's her name? I can't remember.
I can't remember her
Oh my
either.
God. Pokimane.
Yeah,
Yeah, she, she's bringing. She tweeted out like as soon as like it happened, like her company is working with Evo now. The first thing she tweeted was like, "Oh, by the way, free MVC too."
yeah,
So like, she's I don't know anything about her, but I'm pretty sure she doesn't do fighting games. But for someone who doesn't stream fighting games, to my knowledge, they say bring back MVC two. That's a sign that they like old fighting games could
it's
be
coming
back
back.
again. So maybe there is a shot that KI could be back on the main stage one day. But if not, it doesn't have to be back.
Yeah, it honestly, I've said this to you. I've said this to many people. We don't need Evo. I think honestly we're fine on our own.
Oh yeah.
Pretty
Well,
much.
we are more than fine. The bigger the audience, in my opinion, that's awesome. But we have our own little we have our tournament runners here,
Yeah.
and they do good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Colazzo's one of them.
Very creative too.
Yes.
Like creative.
These character only tournaments are awesome. The the one of my other accomplishments that helped me beat my demon. Um, the Venom Buster and Colazzo, they did the reversal tour.
Oh
Pick
yeah,
pick
I rem.
pick pick your main, and your opponent has to play that character. That's awesome.
You slayed your
Like,
demon that night.
yeah, with his main, I mean, man, I thought it was so weird that he didn't know how to play Hisako at all.
You would think.
You would think, Spinal, not many people play Spinal.
No.
That's why I was like so garbage with him. But like, I thought like him of all people would know how to play, or I don't know. Same thing with Fulgore, actually. He doesn't really. I watched his Fulgore.
Yeah, he was in the full gore only tournament too.
Yep, yep. I got into. He was one of my victims on my path to tyranny. Nikki beat me round one. I got Nikki round one. Fought my way all the
All
way
the
up
way
to
to
losers.
losers.
Uh, all the way back up to grand finals. And I almost swept Nikki the first round, but then he reversed 3-0'd me, and
I
that was it.
I was actually biting my fingernails
I was
during
close, man.
during the first game.
I almost beat the number one Fulgore in the world with his own character.
Yeah,
Like in a set, yeah.
yeah. But then Nikki's like, okay, I'm done playing around with you.
And then he ultimated me each time when oh man, that was funny. Yeah, he streamed that thing.
Yeah, he streamed his run.
Yeah,
So
that and yeah, his expressions. I actually did go to look. I did look at my uh look at our matches first, like just out of curiosity. Like he was really like I think I just needed more time to warm up properly, but like I was definitely like yeah I had him I was up 2 games on him when he was down 0, like, and he was definitely treating me more, you know, I don't know, serious. I shouldn't say seriously because he always plays serious, but like
Mm-hmm.
he was definitely surprised from my performance round one versus grand finals. It was like I was a different player completely.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why like it was funny when he like he had like this smug ass look on his face when he was doing the ultimates. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, but yeah, these uh we don't need need the big stage. We have these people with very creative ideas, they bring in crowds.
Mm-hmm.
On Twitch, there's sometimes and especially for the 3v3.
Yep.
We had thousands of people watching those at one
Yep.
point, and even for these smaller ones, uh, like these character only tournaments, we still get like I don't know over 100 people watching.
Yeah. I thought
Like
I thought I would never see a triple digit
yeah,
when we did
it's
the
happened.
J
I've
Bowl only
seen the
tournament.
numbers.
I
Yeah.
was like, excuse me.
hmm hmm
So, I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, I really think we don't need it. But if it's there, I'll take a small vacation, chill with
Sure.
all my friends. You
Meet the
know,
homies. Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, Colosso confirmed Forgotten Rivals. Yes, it did had 150.
Forgotten Rivals. Yeah, I
That
forgot about that one. I was a part of that. Yeah.
I was a part of that tournament too.
hmm was that might have been before we started to talk.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Those. Well, yeah. The Forgotten Ride. The people who were not picked for one of the 3v3s. I
no,
think that was it.
I think it
What was it?
was I think it was
What was it
because
for?
no, it was for Matz's Twitch rivals.
That's right. That's right. That's what it was. Yeah. It was for the people who did not get picked for the Twitch rivals.
Yeah, because I remember Colosso like but this is the first time I actually was like talking to Colosso
hmm
on Discord,
Yeah.
and he goes, "Do you want to be part of Forgotten Rivals?" And I was like, well, what are you talking about? Like number one, because like
hmm
I don't even know what this thing it even is. And then he explained it to me. He goes, it was for the people who I thought deserved the spot, who deserved to be on Twitch Rivals.
Yes. Yeah. And when the thing about my thought of course all the people on there the big names they quote deserve it sure
Yeah.
they but they also had their time to shine
Yep.
years ago back when I was peak and of course you want the people who were winning the evos back in the day to to be highlighted to be shown off
Yeah.
but I feel like at the time you should the other people should have been looking for the players who are who have been consistent on these past tournaments who are not base or who are not Nikki or whatever just throwing out names
Yeah.
get your banelings like
Get
banelings
your
is a sick Ognos player like for like
SVMs.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They forget Aubrey on there. Like yeah. Like there's so many amazing players who really got shafted. I thought, and once again, those people. Yeah, you're not
Yeah,
wrong, Cap.
I was about to say I really glad that hologram won it.
And we
I,
haven't heard a
I
peep
we
from
haven't
him since.
since he
Not. Mm, I mean,
exactly. Like honestly,
he
I didn't think he still played.
I have not heard I have not run into him once since which is before Twitch Rivals. Like he would show up randomly and he not even a fart, man. Nothing from him.
Like
It it's crazy.
I remember when hologram sucked back
He
in
sucked?
yeah, he sucked back in season 2. Like I actually gave him a
Wow.
run for his money.
Really? Huh.
Because he kept jumping. He kept jumping with
DP
Thunder.
with Thunder, the
No,
slowest,
I
arguably the
no
slowest jumper next to
no.
Kim.
You know what I did? I did standing roundhouse.
Sure.
That's
Yeah,
all.
that's a
That's
good
all I
answer.
did to him. But then all of a sudden, next year rolls around. I
God.
I'm a fucking god now. I don't know what happened. He must be in his fucking cave somewhere and just beating up everybody just
Yeah,
randomly.
like that man,
That guy is crazy.
he is nuts. And like what would happen? What would happen to the quote meta of the tournament scene if he was actively playing? Like Alex or Base. Like well, I know what happened. He'd be in grand finals a lot, or at least in
Yeah.
the top 8 consistently.
Yeah,
He'd be knocking out everybody.
He'll actually be having in fact, is he on the KI World Cup points list?
He is not in the
Oh.
top 45.
Wow. That's shocking.
The screenshot that I have
Yeah.
that Rotendo sent out, the lowest person is Calypso. Well, the lowest ranking is 45, and they all have 8 points.
Jesus.
Yeah. Venom, Sleep, Gogna, Goggengos. I don't know who that is. Pinehead, and then Lord Calypso. They all have 8 points, and they're all tied for 45.
Yeah. Just imagine if Hologram was still playing right now.
That's what I've been saying. I mentioned Hologram on one of my streams the other day. I'm like, yeah, that's what I said. What would happen if Hologram played more than once a year? Like, it would be crazy. He'd give Alex a real run for his money.
Yeah.
And he also has an incredible omen.
Yeah.
His omen is disgusting. He's perfected me multiple times with omen.
He literally said like he goes, "Hey Maddie, I'm just gonna try this character. Okay, let me know if it's garbage." It's not garbage. His omen is not garbage. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? He goes, "Oh, I've been playing with Nate." I'm like, yeah, okay.
You've been playing a lot with Nate. Yeah.
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 And then that's when Nate is not streaming.
Right. God, Nate, yeah.
Yeah, Nate is another one that deserves a lot of exposure.
Yeah, God, I didn't even think about Nate. He really should have gotten God, the definitive lab monster of KI.
Yeah.
Nate is he genuinely loves being in the lab. Like he just loves finding new stuff.
He swears that he figures his shit out in 3 minutes. That's what he told me, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And I go, I don't believe you. I really don't.
I mean, who knows?
I think you're in there for 8 hours a day, and then by somehow, some way, you just figure shit out.
How did he figure out the Orchid shadow break?
I have no
what like how do you hit that specific button of combination of buttons in which it isn't really that hard. You just do like the DP motion while you do the combo break. But like, why would you ever even do that?
Maybe he did maybe he did it on accident.
It had to have been.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like
Nate, come on the show.
Yeah.
We have questions for you.
You know what? That would be I think you should genuinely try and get Nate on here. I think that would be sick. Okay. I'd be really interested to hear what he had to say.
Get the mad scientist.
The mad scientist of KI himself.
Fucking Christ. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're starting giving me ideas. All right, absolutely. We're kind of like really winding down here. Two more things I want to ask you.
Yes.
So you're known for taco hat, Hisako.
I am. I need to buy a hat. I need to buy something. Do some stupid stream shenanigans. So I was looking to find something, yeah.
So you actually do stream on Taco Tuesdays.
Thanks to
But
you. You gave me the idea.
it was just I was talking to you randomly. I go, hey, since your taco hat Hisaka, why don't you stream on Taco Tuesdays?
And I've been running with it.
Yeah, and you've been running with it ever since.
Yep.
Where did that actually come from? I never asked you that. The
You
taco hat.
know,
Oh, now I
I'm
really got you
honest.
thinking.
I'm not actually sure. I never, I never actually associated, but before this was even a thing, like even like years ago, I never associated the hat with tacos at all. I picked it because I liked the black the black accessory with the blue color 10.
Yeah.
That's why I pick it. I like that that combination of colors, that black and that blue.
Mm-hmm.
It just happened to be a taco hat, and I also have the I use the black flower naginata.
Yeah.
Um, so like the black and the blue kind of like just mix together well. But I think I think a few people in passing have mentioned that it's kind of like a taco hat, but I want to say that you might have been the first person to really call it, unless I'm misremembering something. You are probably the person who just has been calling it a taco hat, and at
I
least
think I might have.
and at least has been giving me the idea to even say, "Oh yeah, I'm the taco Hisako," or or something.
I do. I actually do remember because we were playing Aham stream one day, and I fucking yell out, "Fucking taco hat!"
That's what it was. You had like fucking taco hat.
And then everybody was just cracking up, and then you're like, "What the hell are you talking about?" I go, "Look what's on her head."
Yep. I think that was the start of it. I really think that was the start of it.
Fucking Christ, man.
That was
And,
I remember that.
and,
You're like fucking taco hat.
and,
Oh
and I think we were drinking that night with Aham.
yeah, probably were.
We because I literally screamed from the top of my lungs.
Yes.
Good times, good times.
Mm-hmm.
So absolute with everything, you know, like you being top 32, it's gonna be hard, but honestly, a big accomplishment throughout this whole entire year, man. A
Yes.
big accomplishment.
And once again, it's something I never thought that I would ever I would ever happen to me. Like it's absolutely crazy to me, like
Yeah.
that I'm even in this situation. But and that was my kind of goal, like in a way, because I thought once like I forget when it was, but there was a point where I'm like, I can do this. I
Yeah.
can make it into this top 32. I not win it for. I don't think I could. I can't win it. There's too many god tier players. But just to be in this thing,
Mm-hmm.
I think I could have. I knew I was gonna do it.
Yep, and then like every
So
time a Combo Clash tournament comes, and then we see you top 8, we're just like messaging you on Twitter or Discord, like just do your best,
people were
just do
and
your
like
best.
yeah, like and even yeah, like SVM. She messaged me when she found out. She's like, I'm so happy like that you finally did it. I've really been rooting for you a lot, and
Yeah,
it, it's it's definitely strange, but I'm really glad that it ended up being this way
yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then my last clash, my not clash, my last question for you is: we got the holidays coming up next week. You got any plans?
Ah, not particularly. I don't know. My just usual Thanksgiving stuff with the family.
Yeah,
Nothing fancy. Well, all the typical cake and the cake. Yeah, that's the typical cake. I say cake. I say cake because my birthday is coming up next week. I'm a Thanksgiving baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why I say cake. Yeah, so we always celebrate on Thanksgiving. But nothing new. It's gonna be the same old crap. My sister's birthday was 2 days ago, so we all do like all of our birthdays together
Oh,
because
okay.
because because all the relatives and stuff are gonna be showing up, so there's no point in doing one.
And then next week, yeah, okay, I
Yes,
get it.
it's a waste, yeah. But what about what is all your family like close by or
Have you ever seen
what
that
about you?
movie, Crazy Rich Asians?
No, but I heard it was really good.
Watch that movie one day. That's my family. Just watch it.
Okay.
Just
I
watch
don't
it.
have any context for that, but okay.
Just watch it. That's literally my family.
Okay. Okay.
But we're keeping it small. It's just gonna be me, my brother, my mom, and my stepdad.
Oh, that's nice. That's good.
And then I'm probably gonna make a pip stop to my roommates to her parents' house because
Oh, nice.
they're like, hey, after you're done over at your mom's house, come over. I'm like, okay. They do that to me every year, so
Cool. Hey, it's more food for you.
yeah, more shit for me to take home. So
Yes.
well, absolute. Thank you for your time, dude. And like honestly, man, good luck throughout the last qualifier throughout Combo Clash. Hopefully that you get in. But I think as of right now, I think safely you're secured. But I'm pretty sure that doing you're gonna do really really well. So
I hope so. Sarah, hang on. Hang on.
oh,
Hang on.
kitty.
Wait, kitty. She
Oh,
hopped
we
up on my
finally
bed.
get to see the
Yeah,
kitty.
my cat. My fat cat.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, fat cat.
Aham always talks about the cat.
I love my cat. You see yourself? Okay, get out of here. Anyway, there we go.
Nice.
She hopped up there. Yeah. Oh, there she is. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, no. Thanks for having me. This has been this has been a lot of fun. I haven't really, not a lot of people know my story, but like just kind of knew like where I kind of like came from,
Yeah.
or like my KI origins, I guess, and how I've only ever had online experiences. I've never been to a local. I hope to one day maybe meet some people
Yeah. Once this whole crap is over with.
if it does.
Yeah, if it ever does. But hopefully, hope in the near future we all just come together and just sit down, just play Killer Instinct and just have fun with it.
That's right. That's right.
So
But
hopefully one day we get to meet, sit down, have a beer, and then we just sit there and watch Captain Aham just drink
drink boots.
until he passes out like he
That's
usually
right.
does.
That's right. That's right.
And I'm gonna be like, should we just leave him here? And you're like, yeah, I think he's okay.
He'll live. He'll
He'll
live.
live. All right, Absolute Zero. Thank you very much for joining me, man. I really
Yes.
do
Thanks for having me,
appreciate it.
Virus.
And this will be up on YouTube later, so just in case people miss it, it will be up on YouTube later. Yes. I don't have a guess next next time. I'm still working on it, so that's why I never popped a teaser. It's in the works right now. I hope
Things are happening.
things are happening.
Maybe. Maybe.
I'm working on it. I'm really really working on it because the
Hmm.
time difference. Yeah,
Yes. Time is an issue for a lot of
time
people.
is a lot of people, but yeah, man. You were literally on my top of my list when I was starting up season 2.
Oh,
So yeah, hey man, you deserve it, dude. You put in that work. So
I've been trying.
yeah, but hopefully, once this thing is over and done with, we get to go to locals and we finally get to meet each other, sit down, play games, and go out to eat
Yeah.
and go do whatever, man.
That's right. That's right.
All right, man. Good luck during KI World Cup, bro. You deserve
Thank you
it, dude.
kindly. All right. I'm gonna do my best.
All right, man. You have a great night. All right.
All right. Yes, sir. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for having me again.
Make sure you guys follow him. All of his links are right there under him.
Yeah. It's all the same. Absolute 011 XERO because it's edgy and cool.
Yes. Yeah. So, anyways, guys, I'm not gonna stream next Thursday because, of course, it is the holidays,
It
and
is.
I just want to wish everybody a happy holiday, happy and safe holiday. Please, people, please be out there and be safe. I don't
Yes,
want to hear.
please be safe.
I don't want to hear anything on Twitter. That's the last thing I want to see.
No.
That's the last thing I want to see on Twitter. Kitty,
Kitty. Cat
kitty.
cam.
All right, guys. We're probably gonna go raid Uncle Scar right now because he's actually streaming and actually Nate's playing right now as we speak.
Oh,
Hopefully,
jeez.
hopefully we're gonna get him on the show one day. So let's go
That would be
ahead.
sick. I would really like to see that.
Yeah, I'll ask him, see if he's down. If he says
Yeah.
yes, he says yes. So
Yeah.
let's find out. All right, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys have a safe and fun holidays. Please make sure you guys cherish everything with your family and friends because they're the ones that love you the most.
That's right.
All right, guys. Me and Absolute Zero, we are out of here. Let's go raid Uncle Scar because he might be another future guest. You never
That'd be
know.
fun.
That will be fun.
That would be really fun. He's wild.
he is. All right, guys. We'll catch you guys on the next one later.
Bye bye.